The fourth episode of Dope Thief has expanded the gripping crime drama centered around Brian Tyree Henry and Wagner Moura's lead protagonists. Dope Thief Episode 4 didn't just unravel Ray and Manny's tumultuous relationship as they struggle to hide from the drug cartel. It also develops Ray's relationship with his new attorney, Michelle, as well as the relationship between DEA agents Mina and Jack. Ray and Manny have been at the forefront of Dope Thief Season 1. However, Marin Ireland's Mina has proven to be a significant character in Dope Thief. On top of that, the episode's final scene shows Ray and Michelle growing even closer after the former's troubles with the law and the cartel are revealed to her. Overall, this episode has added a lot more drama to this series, which has raised many more questions about the story and its characters. 5. Why Ray leaves Michelle at the club. Michelle secretly saved Ray from the DEA. Nesta Cooper as Michelle in Dope Thief. In Dope Thief Episode 4, Michelle is confronted by Mark Nader and other DEA agents about Ray and his connection to Rick's death during the meth lab robbery. Though she doesn't say much to the agents, Michelle does learn that Ray has been hiding his criminal activities. She later calls Ray to confront him about his secret, and they schedule a meeting at a club later in the night. However, when Ray shows up at the club, he sees Michelle waiting in a room with men with earpieces, implied to be DEA agents. Without saying a word, Michelle directs Ray's attention to these agents, letting him know that they are watching him, causing him to leave the club. Even though Michelle has learned that Ray is wanted for illegal activities, she clearly wants to help him stay out of trouble. By helping him hide from the DEA, she has become directly engaged in his efforts to hide from both the law and the cartel. Dope Thief Episode 4 starts off differently than previous episodes by opening with a sequence following Mina and Jack months before they encounter Ray and Manny. The scene reveals Mina and Jack had a sexual relationship while they were working as partners. While Mina wants to keep this relationship hidden, it is still implied that she has feelings for Jack. This adds another layer of heartbreak to Jack's death, which occurred after Rick shot him in Dope Thief Episode 1. Mina was clearly mourning the death of Jack while she was recovering from her injuries. However, the flashback featuring them both makes her quest to find Ray and Manny even more personal. She may not just be trying to avenge the death of her partner, but also a man for whom she harbored romantic feelings. 3. Why Sherry doesn't show up at the altar. Ray intervenes to protect Sherry from the cartel. Manny sitting in a church in Dope Thief. While Manny and Sherry got engaged in Dope Thief Episode 3, the couple's plans fell apart after Sherry called it off and left Manny waiting for her in a church. This came after Ray met with Sherry, who was extremely worried about Manny, telling her that she had made too many social media posts and could risk blowing Manny's cover. Though Ray revealed Manny's intention to marry her, he has now argued that they need to stay far apart for all their sake. Ray may come off as hypocritical for his actions, but he was clearly prioritizing Sherry and Manny's safety by confronting her. Having been scared by the severed head left on her front lawn in Dope Thief Episode 3, he realized how unsafe Sherry really was from the cartel. Thus, he knew that it wasn't a good idea for her to be associated with Manny while they're being hunted, and that she needed to distance herself from both of them. 2. Manny's plan with the grenade explained. Manny nearly reaches his breaking point in Dope Thief Episode 4. Ray and Manny holding hands in Dope Thief. When Ray and Manny flee from the shootout at Dogtooth Quarry, the latter finds a lone grenade in the bed of the truck they stole. Since the truck belonged to Cyrus, the grenade was part of his arsenal of weapons used to kill the bikers. Later on, when Manny tells Ray to get out of the truck, he is revealed to be holding the grenade in his hands. He makes it clear that he wants to kill himself. Dope Thief Episode 4 showed Manny overwhelmed by the pressure of hiding from the cartel, having relapsed into drug use to cope with the stress. On top of that, he was left severely depressed after Sherry left him after Ray scared her off. However, Ray convinces the suicidal Manny to stick with him through to the end in a heart-pounding scene, which ends with Ray disposing of the grenade. 1. Who left those dead animals at Sun's house and why? Sun is given a frightening signal in Dope Thief Episode 4. A man with tattoos on his face in Dope Thief. After Ray calls Sun, requesting his help in dealing with the cartel, the latter is shown cutting down a pair of dead animals hanging from his children's swing set. The show implies that these animals were killed and strung up by the man with tattoos on his face, who is seen staring at Sun from afar. It is unknown who this mystery man is or who he works for. Nevertheless, it is strongly implied that he works for the cartel pursuing Ray and Manny. Since the cartel knows who Ray and Manny are, they have spent multiple episodes of Dope Thief going after everyone close to the duo, including Sun. Just like with Malik's severed head, it seems the cartel is trying to scare their targets before they close in for the kill. Naturally, Sun fears for his family's lives even more after this incident, and his arrest later in the episode could affect his loyalty and support of Ray going forward.